Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Danny Shay, throwing some cards and thanking you all for all of your um, prayers of protection, of bubble prayers around my house, around my family. Thank you. Thank you. Um, they worked. So, our neighbors, they've had some trees fall down. Our house, none. And we have some old oak trees, really old. Coastal oaks can be like 400 to 800 years old, I think. And we got some grandmothers and grandfathers in our backyard, and um, they all survived. So thank you for your prayers. Now I got an abundance of them, so if y'all don't mind, I'm just going to ship them down to Santa Barbara, ship them down to LA. I know this one person down in Santa Clarita. She knows who she is. I'm not going to mention any names, Alice. So, um, if you guys get caught up, I say this time and time and time again. If you guys get caught in a situation like this, be safe. Don't do something stupid like I'm going to go out and look at the LA River. I don't know who would do that. I only did it once, and um, the water got high really fast. It was scary. Anyway, so sending some protection down to LA, San Diego, and then as it moves east. And it seems like we're just there. People were talking. I got somebody from Scotland saying, yeah, we're getting hammered out here. They said it a little differently. They had a little accent. And it wasn't a Texas accent. But speaking of Texas, they get hammered all the time with the goofiest weather. They, we think in California it's bad. Texas, they get snow, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes. Yee. Got some good friends in Texas, sisters in Texas. My niece and nephew just moved to Texas. And the only question I have is, what the hell's the matter with you? Why? Why are you there? I know. For the barbecue. Okay. But if you're a vegetarian, why are you there? I don't know. Do they have vegetarians in Texas? Moving on. Let's keep going. Let's throw some cards. Do card of the week. Then I'm going to pull some on. Let's just first start off with the card of the week. Let's see what we get. I am using. I am using my enchanted map deck, and what we get is a dry desert. So many things go through my head with this dry desert. Certainly, we haven't had a dry desert here. It's right now the sun's out, so that's good. But we're still supposed to get another 3/4 of an inch of rain, which isn't bad if that was all we have, but we have a lot more than that. And our reservoirs are really full, so it's going to be interesting to see how that is. But when we look at this dry desert card, when we get quiet and breathe into it and think about it, it feels like um, we're not, think of it spiritually, we're not moving fast enough in our spiritual, I was going to say quest, but in our spiritual path. And we're being pushed up against some of these thoughts that just don't make any sense. Um, for example, going to politics a little bit, the Republicans are now saying that we don't want an immigration policy. And I go, you just were screaming that you wanted this immigration policy. No, now we don't. Why? Well, because Trump said so. So you're listening to Trump? No, I'm not. I'm listening to one of the Sunday news stations. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I feel like we're in this dry desert. The thing with this dry desert, um, you can see the storm clouds in the horizon. Storm, rain. If you're in the desert and you have big rains, that is probably a good and a bad thing. But there is that cactus, and it's a barrel cactus, so there's water there. You just have to be a little resourceful in your um, on your path these days. So we're going to get out of it. We just need to be a little resourceful. And it feels like just kind of being a little alone, taking some time out. There is this little light up here shining, sees us. Maybe it's those guys. Okay, heal the ouch, heal the ouch. Whatever this ouch is for us, is it something to do with our history? Whatever, be a little gentle with it. If we have some past karma stuff we're dealing with, be a little gentle with it. Heal the ouch. And then we have ghostlands. Ghostlands. So this really does feel like it's a past life here. With this ghostlands thing, it feels like it's dry desert. And in it, I'm going to pull a shamanic card on this. And in this ghostlands, it's cold. It's not time to move. It's time to just let things go. Let people talk their stupid talk. Work on ourselves is what I'm getting. Let them do their thing. Now, I just got my ballot in the mail. So it's important that we still have a finger on the pulse of things, but we don't need to be inundated on the day-to-day stuff right now because it's just BS. I heard the um, the pollsters. I'm like, oh come on, really, yeah. So it's Ghostlands. Just now's not the time to move. And the angels and ancestors clarifying card is this right to be with yourself. Magic guardian, unlock the magic within. This is definitely a time that we need to go within ourselves, hang out in that dry desert a little bit, feel the heat. Yeah, maybe it's not so good. Heal the ouch. It's not time to move, not time to do anything. That will be later. And so, if we can, getting back to the the ballot. I just got my ballot. Make sure people are voting. Make sure you talk to people to vote. Do a Taylor Swift. Register people. So, Taylor Swift. I'm going to stick with the enchanted map. What is going on? So, is MAGA losing their minds right now? Psychic Duck, help me out. Psychic duck, come here. Come here. Come here. Whoa. Watch my neck. Oh, sorry. You don't want to grab psychic duck by the neck. Chokes the vocal cords of the duck and she can't talk. All right. So, psychic duck. Yeah. Okay. You sound a lot like all the other. Shut up. Okay. So, what do you think of Taylor Swift? Oh, she's hot. No, that's not what I meant. You're a duck. Yeah. Ducks have feelings. Okay. All right. So, what do you think of all this MAGA stuff going on with Taylor Swift announcing in the Super Bowl that she's going to vote for Biden? It's quackers. Quackers? Quackers. Okay. You need to work on your lips. All right. So, Taylor Swift, that's not going to happen? No. All right. You heard it. You heard it from the duck. Watch the head. Okay, sorry. So, can you believe that? It was fun. Lori, Sheila, and I read on it, and we got that she is going to threaten Fox News. Shut up. Quit talking about me. And I love the way they phrase things. What if? I'm just wondering. Let me ask you a question. Hey, did I just read something that, speaking of that type of reporting, did Tucker Carlson go to Russia? All right, let's just look. Taylor Swift and the Democratic Party. Is she going to help? Is she going to talk up and say something? Or is she just going to stay in the background? It's, she's got such a huge voice. All she said was people should get out and register to vote. Taylor Swift and the Democratic Party. Is she going to be a big voice? And what I'm hearing is that, she has this platform and she wants to do the right thing. But on the other hand, she's like, I sing songs. I'm an entertainer. I'll do it through song. So maybe she'll do it through song. Let's see what the Enchanted Map deck has to say. Ooh, Magic Stream. You think Taylor Swift has a magic stream going on? Yeah. And that's gold, baby. That's liquid gold. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, she's going to do something gently. This is the gentle gardener. I don't know if you can see that. So she isn't going to get out there and make a big hoopla. She isn't going to get in the center of halftime, push Usher out of the way. And we could read on that. Is there going to be a good halftime show? I don't know what y'all think of Usher. I don't know if I'm not going to go there, but it's just a one-ring circus. I look at this both ways. Fox News is trying to make it a big three-ring circus. This is a nothing burger. Okay, so she's going to do things on her own way. It's going to be gentle. She's not getting in anybody's face. She's not going to make a big deal out of it. So, okay, I gotta switch gears. Tucker Carlson with an F. I hope no kids were listening. I have that little button push, not made for children. Although I feel like kid is throwing cards here. Little immature sometimes. Here we go. Tucker Carlson. It's nice not to hear him on the tube all the time. What's going on? Were you in Russia? Just a 411. Real quick on Tucker Carlson. Emperor. 6 of Cups. Huh. He's digging for money, I think. Oh, he's got a legal. Oh, I'm gonna keep going with this because I think he's got some legal issues coming up. Well, the final cards, Devil and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think he's got some legal issues coming up because he's got the Father of Swords right there, right next to the Ace of Swords. So something new is going to come up about him being tied to the devil, and it's about some deep-rooted things in it that's going to be in the past, that they're going to dig up from the past. So he's going to be back in the news again. Something's going to come up and go, oh yeah, he knew this and he did. Maybe it's the Dominion thing. I get Dominion and Smartmatic mixed up, but I think the next one's Dominion. And I got to look to see when they're going to do their trial, because that's coming up. Okay. What else did I want to read on? I want to look at our debt. And then and this is going to be short because I got to clean up a lot of stuff from my yard. So Jerome Powell came out and said that our economy can't handle the debt that we have, which I think it's true. I know a couple of congressional members that we could not pay. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? One of the things that Mike Johnson said, he was talking on a news show on Sunday about what Reagan said about the immigration policy, and because in that immigration bill is a ton of money going to Israel, to Ukraine, to the border, just a ton of money. And I'm like, just print more. But he said, yeah, Reagan said that peace through strength. And I'm thinking, well, Reagan was an idiot. Another actor, idiot. Nothing against actors. Nothing. Except when they run for politics. Then I don't think you're qualified. But, so he's saying, invoking Reagan, and I'm going, you're invoking policies from 30 years ago, 40 years ago to fix today's issues? Doesn't make sense. Use today's thought pattern to fix today's problems. Anyways, are we going to be able to get our debt under control? Are we going to be able to get our debt under control? I'm going to do a full spread on this. I'm using my Wild Unknown. Will be reading reversals because my deck is mixed up. And I just say that so I know what I'm getting myself into, because sometimes with all the cards right side up. I'm kind of focused on that. I'm going, got it, got it. Because I think there's enough bad um, or shifting energy cards in the deck all right side up. But if you have them reversed, it kind of throws me. So now I'm reading reverse. This flew out. Are we going to get our debt into control? Son of Swords. Yeah, something's happening fast, fast, fast. Um, it's an illegal issue, slice and dice, maybe. Um, I mean, it could also be something where we're going to be spending more money, but I think it's um, using that sword to cut some things away, parse some of the spending, the wasteful spending. And of course, the Republicans will say, "Well, let's cut it from social services, cut it from the military, stop giving so much money to friggin' Netanyahu if he's not listening to us." I mean, why do we have to give countries money when they don't have the same values that we do? And it's not like you have to do what we're saying. It's just like, well, I'm not going to support you if you don't have the values that we cherish, like quit killing innocent people. My rant. Okay. Will we get our debt under control? Get our debt. Ooh. Mother of Swords reversed. Oh, that's no good. Five of Pentacles, loss. It's like, yeah, we should, if you were a mother, would you want all those bombs dropping? No. The Mother of Swords, yes, she could cut this stuff, the mothering thing, and it's being challenged covered by this. But the base of the reading, something fast is going to happen with the Eight of Wands. In the past is the Father of Pentacles. I'm going to drop this down in a minute. You guys can take a look as I speed through this. Oh. Just when you think this makes sense, and you get a card that doesn't. All right, so let's just see where we're going with this. So, are we going to get a handle on our debt? We have the Mother of Swords reversed. This should be when I think of the Queen of Swords, so it could be legal things that are upside down. But if I just think of mothers, what do mothers do? Tough love. With a sword, chop this. You can't deal with it. We can't afford it. Cut it. But it's upside down. So the logic of like the family structure is upside down, taking on way too much debt. Five of Pentacles, taking on way too much debt. And it's sad. We should have money to spend on other programs, but we don't because we're just paying interest. It's going to come back and bite us with the Eight of Wands. And it's going to bite us relatively quickly if we don't get a handle on it. In the past, as it relates, is the King of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. In the Rider-Waite deck, when Trump was president, this was my card for him. Now, I'm not saying he is the one that created all this debt. He did add a lot more debt to our budget. So, yes, and so did Biden with his Build Back Better. So, but, Pumpkinhead is always saying he did such a good job. No, no, no. You're part of the problem and you're not part of the solution because you're upside down, mama. You ain't no mama. Anyway, top of the reading, the heartbreak. We got to get this under control. Got to. Okay. Potential near future is the Mother of Cups. So we have two queens. One's upside down, one's right side up. And it is Mother of Cups will give comfort, but there is a secret here. And there is some bright, well, not so bright stars, but some stars in the night sky that are shining. So there are some things that are coming that we're really not aware of. And it feels like moon energy to me in this dark sky, but there's little glimmers of hope. Internal card, the Father of Cups. This is my Joe Biden card. So he knows what needs to be done. And I think back on the inflation issue where, the Republicans started going all up in arms. Inflation's out of control. It's out of control. It's out of control. And then you find out that the inflation actually is really low. Although I just saw eggs for $10 a dozen. Now, the non-organic, non-free range, medium size eggs, they were $3.99. That's still kind of expensive, but it was kind of a shocker to see. Yikes. And I try to buy free range. I try to buy organic because, well, I want the chickens to have a good life. Anyway, sorry. Moving on. The external position, speaking of moving on, Chariot. We have to move on from just piling on more debt, more debt, more debt. Jerome Powell said it's unsustainable. This debt is unsustainable. He's right. Hopes and fears that we can be foolish and move to a little, like take a step off that cliff, be a young chick. I can't believe I'm talking about eggs, and here's the fool with a young chick. Free range, or are we being foolish and not doing anything? We have the Ace of Wands, a new idea, something new coming up. Good. And we have the Son of Cups. All right. So it may not be quite filled out yet. It may be, but it's a new beginning, a new idea, something coming out of this cup that's going to help us. However, we got the moon energy. And isn't that what I talked about here with the Mother of Cups? So we still have some things creeping up that weren't expected to. And I'm thinking that's probably the Republicans not wanting to fix the problem until Mr. Pumpkinhead gets in. So people know it, people are aware of it, but I don't see a big fix this time around. So will they get the debt under control after the election? Will they get the debt under control after the election? Will they get the debt under control after Biden wins the election? yes, I did say after Biden wins. So, Nine of Cups. All right. Nine of Cups, wish card. Still a little, I mean, it doesn't feel that good though, does it? I mean, it's still, the colors are still kind of muted. You still have that moon there. There's still some things going on. Oof. Hanged Man, suspension. I would like for this to be taking a look at it from a different point of view. We have the Four of Pentacles, tightening up the belt, holding on to things, holding on to our current spending. We have the Six of Wands. This is going back to a simpler time, but it's reversed. So if this butterfly flew out of the thicket, as you know, as a butterfly, he came out of the thicket from his cocoon. This one's saying he's not coming out. And we got the moon again, and the final card is Tower, crash and burn. This, yikes. Let's take a look at this Tower card. Libby, help me out. Using Libby's intuitive deck. What is this Tower card about the debt? So this, yeah, because the Tower card could be like, it happens really quick where it shakes the foundations. What does this Tower moment mean? But then we get to start again. What does this Tower moment mean? What does this Tower moment mean? As far as getting our house in order fiscally, getting our debt under control, the U.S. debt. It's going to involve a lot of people. It's going to be some hard work. Oh, dark, dark, dark. Security, home, coward, fate, destiny, karma. Yeah, it feels like, guys, that we're overextending ourselves, and we really need to get our house in order. So if we're piling up our own personal debt with a lot of, just using credit cards and stuff like that, it's going to come to bite us. It's going to be hard work. It's going to affect our home, our security. It's going to put this dark cloud over us. Now we can fix that by getting our own house in order. The government is the government. And I can't help but feel like it's going to, we're changing right now, and we're changing the way our government functions. So can we deal with, will we be okay when the government seems to be failing fiscally? Will we, the people, be okay? How do we do that? And I'm using these cards again. How do we do that? Stop. Freedom. Got the hard work again. So we can. We may stop freedoms. To me, this is travel. The freedom of travel. you're going to have to realize that there is a conflict. You see that? Which shooting rockets up in the air. That we have a conflict that's going to take a lot of hard work, but we can be happy in this. So if we get our own house in order, and then we demand it from our representatives. All right, final cards. Let's. That was at the base. Stag, trust and thrive, and it looks like the Father of Pentacles. Trust and thrive. Get our own house in order. What else do you want to share with us from an angels and ancestors point of view? What do you want to share with us from an angel ancestor point of view? Thank you. Thank you. What? We get the Sun card. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What do we need to know? Enjoy success and happiness. Hold space, Druid. This to me is like, don't be extending yourself. Don't be like sending lots of money to people who are just going to be buying Lamborghinis. Don't do it. Well, I mean, a few of you can do it. And move beyond ancestral patterns. So to me, this feels like if we don't keep buying new things, because the ancestral pattern that we are building now is we need the latest, greatest. When we have kids that need a new iPhone every year or every 2 years, you probably don't. You probably don't, but that's the pattern. We need new. So just hold on to it. Hold your space. Hold on to it. Break those patterns. Enjoy happiness and success. And with that, I will say peace and love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing.